fododo papa so dodo UK US standard say TV fridge air condition gas cooker blender e be ma obi ato Kasiebo na nkasa no tabia heba me shebi bidro kan etu 3 dia se papa e mo num so toso Royal Farmers Rice e mo ede na ehwam e Ghana nkasa mo edin no e Royal Farmers Rice MTN everywhere you go was wait for mommy nose mask na ya hye show tom nkwanti eno da nchen a Kasiebo momo mantimu engo sabusumi webewu no odi momo ne to ade abetimanya 10,000 Ghana cedis MTN for na echiche pa cho odi bia aya ka kire ye wate total Ghana the Chelsea club aba total do afo ne taxi do afo yemfe hu nhyem na fe yensan kwampa e wo fa ngo ne oyira ye toso odi anso waji total card na de tofa ngo Suzy Herbal Center ye the CB men capsules na abedwa so CB men no eboa memma pa wo mu dwonso mu hawo ene ama ne nyinara CB men so boa memma ho sisi omo so mu we eche eye de kama Agbeve Heba Hospital so to last stop ne wo ene mu na soap ni mu na cream eno na se eyi nkonya nipa duani wo de onya eye cream ni bi ene soap ni bi na de semena ni dware na de nku na esra wo so we na to so kama sa yi hunamu nkapa anti baby ahon ehwehwam wo hia spray mpo Franco Trading Enterprise ene to phone papa laptop papa printer papa ene ho aka de nyinara ene wo de Franco TV so aba Kwama kache netubi obetimi so atwade online Google Play Store na App Store no download Franco Trading app no Vodafone was future no exciting that be ni gia giso wapom den ne enunti enene wode health call center aba Vodafone so 255 bibia fa pom den ho bia afre 255 enkan covid de obemu akwankyera mo aso mo adwo DBS Industries and chance the papa fee ne so wutua check bi e ama DBS for DBS Industries Limited ana afeso no woni obi bedin kita ho akai se nipa no woni nyina beba office ana se ubetua sika ubetua no company ni din mu men konkonko ya de bia be wi akire watopa e de agudantuo mu na dependable heba home ene de Adom natural man capsules eboa mema pa ni mpama hoden de oboa Adom lady care capsules eboa ma pa ubebu nsa no bibia be kokama ena Adom pia we capsules 2 hours na Adom ko capsules aye koku ho adwuma ena nwumre ya yesom no na sei ampofo agemene
Achebu tentim na nakwe champoma safodu.
Orofo ya mu akwa baka si estumi live wo Facebook enu ti kan ho anase YouTube na ensema de bro de video wo mu ne ho keka ho kai se ye ne be ma Bismarck owusu enso twede ampo nyankopɔ ado dokotafo gusu gina ne so a wo hwɛ no no se enka nkire Ghana fo nyina so damase a ensanda na ensem a efa ne yade ene na ya hwɛ ho so no ye de kakra betwum ama e wo Kasiebo mu ya mu akwa ba afe yense ensam ne yeshase ede free asoe ehwe nwuma ne apadie ensam so ene so afọ da sa asoe na no Ignatius Bafo wua efuru gina paso yeso ne Ghana fo bedi nkomo afa nwuma ho wonim se coronavirus yade ba yeyi akwakwa ese eyefuntum wo samata twene yade na twe ase no na egu nkrofo nwuma enti nwuma se de esi eguo no na sa aban enyantoase aka ntasu abokire ahwenipa dodo ene nyimaku dodo ahodo a kyese saa nwuma guo yi aka wo mo ana coronavirus yade yi enya nsuaso bone e wo mo so wo so mamu ni nyina ni nwuma mako be sa ha nwotwe e de so nwotwe a enipa mako se empem aduanan enan ene aduanan 44,040 ewo mu ena kyese yade yi enya nsuaso pa wo mo so titrew ene won mu a esi adan eyi akwan no ho ka me che construction ena afei won mu a enso ye ne ma hodo badwa so manufacturing ena mining agudie tuo so wo se nya nsuaso wo so papa na ne ukwadwidwa asase kura nya godu hefa na ofa akwakoton na hwan wono nipa ne ne abrede den dia wo ko na yade enti onya nimpo no da betos ka akwa na se diamond eno da nchen ya tourism omo a ene ebo shows hotel short time omo atonuane omo so eyire omo so papa aje so hwemu a saa enipakuo ya na se nwumakuo nkwa omo nchemu aduonu ensia no wo chechirem no yerabafo awu a kire se okeka ni nyina bomu a enipa bese eye empem dunso ahensia ede wotwe enum ene wono no wo mo enwuma de ekowi akire na age se yetete wo makatu aso na mo hwere mo nwuma pa awoga na ade omo ye empem du baako ahensia aduonum nso.
Between 29 and 42% of workers in manufacturing, entertainment and events, sports, hotels and restaurants, as well as mining, also suffered pay cuts. Pay cuts were lowest in the finance subsector, 5%, followed by shipping and maritime sector, which also had a pay cut of 18.9%. Among the establishments that adopted pay cut strategies to keep workers on the payroll, 21% reduced wages by 10% or less, involving some 3,870 workers out of the total workers of 40,000 that were interviewed. 37% reduced workers' wages between 10 and 30%. 29% of them reduced wages by 30 to 50%. These pay cuts affected 6,766 and 5,067 workers respectively. 1,982 workers from about 13% of the establishments reduced workers' earnings by more than 50%. On job losses, the impact of COVID-19 resulted in 11,657 job losses, representing 26.5% of workers that were interviewed.
Waining some yera Ignatius Bafo wadi to Jan we no chirem say enwuma a egu ye ana sempu no coronavirus nyanso so wo so anipa be sempem du ba kwa hansia aduonum so ehwere wonum enwuma no sesi ya yeka sei emu empimienu ahanwotwe aduanan enkron 2849 na wonum enwuma no eja ase ye hwehwan ye restrictions ne so no asan aso dendendenden a wonum asanya akonya eyo omunwuma.
Out of the 11,657 jobs, out of the 40,000 that were interviewed, some 2,849, representing 24% of jobs, have so far been restored. So, as the restrictions are eased, work jobs are also restored. Madam Chair, lessons are learned whenever you encounter an unusual event. The impact of COVID-19 on job has actually taught us as Ghanaians to be able to withstand any such occurrence. Should there be, even though we are not praying that it should happen, should there be any such future occurrence? So because of that, I am happy to inform you that government has taken steps to show that the nation is learning lessons from the pandemic. As you are already aware, government announced its intention of creating a national unemployment insurance scheme for formal sector workers that are likely to lose their jobs as a result of such future occurrences. Further to this announcement, a tripartite technical committee has been put in place to come out with modalities for implementation of the scheme.
Yera Ignatius Bafwa ena otenenkano.
Any coronavirus eba ye edidim ma wo men ye wi amusegina bia no yetoto mu ebe se na kakra ni na watwemienu komiensani ena ye bia tu mu ene woni okoka aporachi e wabratimema no ope kwan abo mu krom Ghana frase wo mu bebeba na nsana no na nsempanyefo e de hye gwa kwa mu se ene wu bia be free wi amusie bia mu besi no esese yetimi ye mu hyehyemu hwese yare no wonfa bi ema ya de bebowro mayim abeche bi ama manfo ana enti ene empani esinkonwe bunkonta ahwe ni padodo a wonum aba befa eye airport ho ewi eche no test awodo a womo aye wosi egina empemsia ahankron aduason ensia 6,976 ene test a womo aye womo wieye no enimu enipa edu ensia 16 ena womo enya covid-19 no ebie sa nipa edunsia no emu enan ena sabre de womo da ya sabia womo maka no de efie no womo tie ena yehwe womo ma womo no sofo hwe ma de bonsam so kodo ponkroma ena din sami tu dwa wasa kire mu se ye kasa de oman no ye na active case no aba bedru 564 na chese so atepa na ni nyina mu no no o se Ghana fo nyina nkran se ye nkoso amfa bambo se ntutu akwam na ba ne saade a kakra yare no ye bewo ne konsafri omayim
ye kosoa ekotia covid-19 yare no sabre nipa aha enum eni eduasia ennan eduasia nine ahenum ni eduasia nine 564 ena ewo yare ni bi Ghana hase emu eduonum ennan 54 foforo na no ne ye koso sere se yɛmmɔ yɛn ho ban yɛnni nhyehyɛeɛ no so na yɛso yɛnyɛ bi ammɛka ɛho saa bere yi a adɔktafoɔ ɛrehwɛ na wɔn ɛnyɛ bi no yɛahwɛ ama yɛso ate nkakra wokɔ Kotoka International Airport na yɛbie no a nipa mpem 6,976 ɛna yɛatest wɔ so far emu 16 ɛna tested positive dunsia no ɛnan ɛna ɛkɔ hia sɛ yɛde wɔn bɛkɔ hospital san sɛ na doctor for person ɔmo hwɛ ɔmo yarewa no emu yie kakra but nyɛ sɛ ɔmo yarewa no edu akyiri anaa ɔmo yareɛ no edu akyiri bebree nti pɔtɔ kasa mi yɛ sɛ ɔmo yɛ asymptomatic a doctor for ne kɔ so ahwɛ na ɔmo ahu ɛkwan a ɔmo betumi afa so ama ɔmo ayarehwɛ nkae no yɛma ɔmo ɛkɔ fie esan sɛ ɔmo yare no emu enu beebi a na sɛ nkɔ anim bi a ebihia sɛ ɔmo bɛda asibiti nkɔmɔ kakra wɔ COVID-19 yɛkɔ so srɛ sɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛmmɔ ɛho ma yɛnni nhyehyɛeɛ no so yɛda doctorfoɔ nursefoɔ ɛne obi bi a ɔboa mo sɛnkyerɛfoɔ yɛda mo ase kwan a yɛboa yɛda ɔmampanin ase sɛnea wɔatutu n'anammɔ akwankyerɛ ɔde ama yɛn a ɛtumi aboa ma yɛn nyinaa yɛdi so no nti ɛno ne nkaebɔ a ɛwɔ hɔ ma saa COVID-19
ane sofo shama ne bonsam so kodo pon kroma no wakyerɛkyerɛ mu no baabi asabre de ɔman na ko COVID-19 a ama ya ba bedru
yɛnto akasiebo no so unim sɛ afi ya bato afi ɛne dansa bu abato no yɛbɛto coronavirus kwa ne atwa fa no so yɛ campaign na sɛ abato no yɛbɛto na to yɛbɛto aba no hu behia sɛ abato no yɛbɔbɔ ho akoto bra yɛto ne abato no akyi nyina no asomdwe betimi ayi na dwuma ma Ghanafoɔ agya yɛtimi akɔ enwuma so anya bibi kura amanyɔfoɔ bɛdi ehwam mpa yɛdi epa bi a empedifo so ankɔ abayira a wo atwa yɛbɛnya bibi a yɛde bɛhyia no pipiripie mu na wonim sɛ asra adom ɛne ba sɛ yɛmɔ ɔman yɛahye so ban na afei yɛhwɛ sɛ asomdwe mapa bɛyɛ adwuma wɔnom ɛne twere wɔn bo agya sɛ yɛde gyawa ne yɛde asoawo ɛno nti ɛnɛ military high command na sɛ asra adom no mu mpanimfoɔ twetwero ne yɛmentumi buma wɔdwo sɛ usom to adonko yɛ yie wɔnom afraseɛ ne ɔmanfoɔ ɛne wɔn yɛka bi mu ahobanbɔ ho nsɛm ho edi nkita ho fa afia bato no na wɔkɔyɛ hyiamde bi ogyira pa a ɛno wɔ atifido atɔyɛ mantam mu na ansa na ɔbɛkɔ akɔdi sɛ hyiamde koraa no chief of defense staff lieutenant general Obed Akwa wɔne atifido atɔyɛ mantam no soafoɔ Dr. Hafiz bin Sali ɛdi di nkɔmɔ a wɔnom abɔ nneɛma ahodoɔ a wɔn nso sɛ ɛbɛboa ama asomdwae na adwuma titiriw abra yɛpempɛn kɔ abato so na manfoɔ nso nkae hu no sɛ baakofo onye ɔsoro to mpa no akakaduro nti ɔbɛboa asra adwumakuo no na nso ayɛ deɛ ɔso ɔmo yɛ Rafik Salam wa ne dia mane boy bye.
If you recall, about 2, 3 or 4 weeks ago, we had a major exercise in this region, and we took the opportunity to visit very strategic areas in your region, and we were hosted by the Jirapa Dubai director, and we thought that it was an atmosphere befitting for further conferences. So for this particular conference, we chose among all the possible areas in Ghana to come back to your region and take advantage of the serenity of the region, take advantage of the peace in the region, and deliberate on matters that border on security, not only for the country, but also for the region. And we think that we will benefit from the facility at that hotel. Beyond that, we also like to familiarize ourselves with some of the issues that pertain to your region.
Eti Kasiebo yi ugusu tie wa Adom 106.3 kai se utie no na wo hye no foforo so atibi atifido atoye mantam so afo a wono eje empanimfuo ye fra sra adwumakuo no akache eba ya baba no no mdi nkomo Dr. Hafiz bin Sali enso so ekyekye na dwene wo ne mo so se beboa ama enioma efa somdwe ho no asipo.
Recently, I was informed about the establishment of a battalion here in the Upper West region, the 10 mechanized battalion. The people of this region welcome that, and it is our expectation that under your able leadership, you provide us with a barracks so that we know that you have come to stay.
The Upper West Regional Minister used the opportunity to urge the various army chiefs to be ambassadors of the region, who the Chief of Defense Staff gladly accepted.
And we will sell the region as much as we can so that you can receive more guests and more corporate bodies to come and hold important meetings here, because the atmosphere here is really, really peaceful.
Enti ativi doctor mantam no so afọ Dr. Hafiz bin Sali na oteninka no.
Ora David Dunu Ajesi, why political analyst, wano enene, wade kokobon sem eko, ediama amanyoko edi omensu sabrei, NPP amanyoko no, na kokoba wobo womuni nyina fa, NDC amanyoko no manifesto, ya wonom ediaba betu dwano ho, en wote se, ase NPP fo nam eho, en wosa ho sakwankwan sana, no ma wawre mfi se, sadia womu ye 2008 ebi esiye. And Sabra na ye to a baby ye near Sakoto Biamum, Ghana for to bra, and a fango boy a dio, and one Kaneman Penny John as a cum cofidia wo, or cocotte so. Now, what said the NMC Conwa, and Ray Crabra war, Town Hall, Jumedia course so I was Santamantemu. Now, and this American Franca Tuni John Drummond Mahame Casano, what can ye? And what can say? I, Okada business, ya, what the Abba and manifesto says, that's be our to aba, and my NDC Amanokona, Wabe legalize the Marata H. I'm MultiMedia Jumano. Answer at the end to open NPP phone who say papa, woman who so bri afedia, one person who for a Zekrana, Wamuji Okada Nitum Sabri, Nano Anna or David Dono Jesse, added to just say, send people for him, no nim. No, I for ye wom, not one my some manifesto no who be told so as you are Okada to one and share the C 2008 no a BBS beam.
Missy, I was say MPP for very careful. Now, I'm only Uwa Omoshena. Assembly eto eye omampeni dada kufo proto akufuado ni coming to office. And I say over contesting a 2008 election. Ghana for a soon on new be home prices of fuel. A black year to first run ye no. Omampeni kufo at that time MPP are buying 84 so. Ghana for bufuye. Emma mutu aba etia omampeni kufo any nanado that time. We call that transition over. Opia enim ewo Ghana has say John Dramani Mahama ono ena washa asia or can say legalization of Okada. Sesiano from last week, government want to assume say discussions are also behind the closed doors. You can't do discussions about stakeholders like Christian Council, Catholic Foreign Affairs, even civil society groups. Enti say eba yes say enyoma NDC for kanu afei enna mo backtracking say we ye beye importation of salvage cars no after the year suspenia Ghana for who say ane nyuma we mu bitimi aye and a bush that said we into opposition be carrying we say sadia opposition will get the upper hand to be giving the law, so they must be very careful.
Ene David Dunu Ajesi ene wakasa no wase sanye mana ekoso no dua ananse de wonu ntekuma nkotrase ntonko 2008 sade ABC ye ema abane dane ye nti wenso mo ahwe ye na ne mo ana mudi muti ebeje sa kirema no na sasemia na abeka se ekokoso no NPP amanyoko no enteye nanso so se wo mo tiatra nene Ghana mampani abedi akire Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia akasa edi afa ho eno wase na John Dramani Mahama wase de eno wase wo mo no pese wo legalize Okada wase twia for the way eba we pa wote adwa so de wo mo ni tim pose Okada dwuma no wo beji atum edemra takire emom wase aban ni hihya wo ye bi ni se wo pekwampa bi a wo befa so a enipa dodo wo mo de wo agi Okada dwuma no enka wo betimi anya ka fufuro ya wo mo bayi wo mamu bi a ne bo wo fom wo betimi atwi no mo so sebe wo mo anya bibi ede aso wo manu pipiripie mu na se pa se bi a ye beji Okada atum de Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia se ensi ewo NPP amanyoko we so wode semi to dwa wabra ene wode no kodom VW ene adwumako a wo so eba behwe sisi adan no mo de wo nsakose ntase apamase ene wo so obodwa magana fo nyina ate se Okada business si abeji atumpa na nye NPP amamum.
There's been a recent discussion about Okada in Ghana, this motorcycle transport. I think that in the context of what we are doing, we would rather encourage the Okada riders to come in and try to buy and lease or lease these vehicles so that they can run businesses. They need to graduate from this risky and less safe Okada riding to a safer means of transportation. Their problem will be a lack of capital. But if you bring in new leasing policies and we have our national ID cards with our digital addresses and so on, we can have a credit system working and give you an option other than this risky, you don't want to finish graduate school and then you make a life in Okada riding. You can have a better option, and we will give you a better option. So yes, we will not legalize Okada business in Ghana. It may be a tough decision, but it is in the interest of Ghanaians. We have had discussions, but we will stick to our decision to provide a better alternative for the Okada riders.
Anese uyobia Okada na uchi wa memua. Wodi anese obetimi kura kwa kusua driving ne wajo driving license. Se ubibia ekoso kama. Yebetimi aboa ne sabisia kura ya de ama na de atoka ne bi na wuchi. Na pasu Okada ye dwuma ya ehu se ye. Ye ba beji atuma masa be kwa wie chere Ghana enipa ne fa wo mo nan ebe ye so nsidie. Mampani be de kire se enya ade a sa gina ye wose no de eden nanso so won be kata omani be ma nanu madura enwuno no masi
yento aso yenka o se tabia heba Mr. Bibidura eden pa so be hia ne se so baby wonim se tetene no brani no tan ya sre ene 3D enye hono nsi ana so de sigya so ehrufa so hyehye boy ane bi fresh ase yetew eno bi ne de aye tabia heba Mr. ntunya bia ya no ne dada no ansa wonum onuma nchawo se bi frek tekete no anu wo ho atowa anu wonum na atowa ntimi ni dia aya abomoden a enanom tabia heba Mr. wonum so atimi twa to fresh kama Royal Farmers Rice mo a Ghana mo de ehwam na hoden so wom pa ubisa do kutani bi onima dwuma beka chose Ghana mo de papa o na enim de ntia ya se ya na ye hu se yo yentimi ntini hu ni ya mo no Royal Farmers Rice packaging here nice mo nankasa e wo taste na betro sampa Ghana ya wazoye MTN everywhere you go network papa MTN see mo wasonte ya wugusu a wo momo mantenem eno ti udi mobile money to ade a ehun adodode ne mfasode bi ni so benya 10,000 Ghana cedis nipa mpem 94,000 MTN for mo 10,000 nti ebi ana yewa sima ka se utinye kura na ye de 4,000 ebi ana afa wo fikire enti a koso afa mo ne to ade nemum nose mask no shema mama why na wuja mama e be ne ya total Ghana the Chelsea club about for taxi driver for adwuma ye ya na yetwi yesugu yem yetwi maka ewura ka ewura bia na o mamposi mankani mankani ono ne ka no ani twi na de obra no akopake ka na ofie na unim se adwuma na wo ye so benya so faso agina fu ododo aya woto no total force total card na wo de tofa wo ne ma discount eno kakra be ba bedi ho eno da nchen a insurance cover ya ma ye souvenirs aye che bosumi miensa krade aye to benya ne ma bebre wo de anza wo de tofa ngo total bodo total service station bi e ben obi na kasa adomfo ampofo jese ombeka de omu nyina akyerewo trotro da ni taxi driver ni edo wonti ene akatwe ne mu kai se coronavirus ne nkoye enti nose mask no ne sanitizer no sa hohoro no omfa ni agro Suzy Herbal Center the CB men capsules aba mema se prostrate chase se gigewo a wo mabo sort ase wo mabo pa anti aya memfa ni agro CB men capsules ni binom eno na double dose wonum a ebo ho ban afi prostrate ho na simple kra no emma wonya dwonso mu amane ne ha obia no na ensan ma osisi mu aye den wo mpamu apem ama anigi aba emma nso no aya na hotafo wotenka wa nse engine ayemre wa unya da jimpo na dia hwehwe anka wo hwa utum sa ayemo pa eti bomodia na pesi bi men capsules bi na bobo na ja ensori nyine gina so kama na fei bibia nkoyie agbave heba hospital ye ne wo so tum last stop no ye ne asia ya sabia kesi pa biduro aya sabia bia ne so tisa agbave heba hospital ye nim de ye ye omfidie wo nnuro a chese nya sem ketwa ne mo na supreme na cream a etu nam kankan nya fe na wo no akwa ha obi fie wo de ankatwade betwi moto ma na atete akwa kosi ensuo kwan eti bomodin afa mo na supreme dware na fe honam ne entoso ye aye wiri enhyada nya fe bomodin a ne fa mo na cream ababa wa ye fre na kuba wo Adom FM ha yi o huna ni tuntumi fe pimples cravings no ni nyina nse mo na so pili mo na cream ya e no de wrong make en nsa ne nam nafo ho wa de odun safa ofo ho wonte de this will be wrong what I say na ayi Franco Trading Enterprise one to phone papa ene ho aka de laptops printers oba TV abobo ha nyina ayi computers sisi nyina Franco Trading ye computer yi esiso sa free day besi ya so ye num ne da enso emonani Franco niama ye open phone papa so Franco Trading Enterprise ena also okọ Franco TV bodwuma papa eniama ye ka nyina so wo de otuma nkrofo kokoton enti ko adabraka Royal Cinema hwe anim ho ana beba Unauthorized circle obekọ La Paz ana se hatwo station ho no a ana Kumase Unicorn House ana obekọ aseda se meka se mboba ebefo ani so ukọ Google Play Store kwa na obetima order de online o download Franco Trading app na ni ama discount umpewe na opedie Vodafone si future ni exciting ye data na fuche obi ade ye call charges fuche obi ade Ghana ha no kre ne epede a ene na mechire mu akere no ena ene wo send this cafe Vodafone akọ phone bia so a eno so ye nyo kapre umpewe na apede e ba cho se coronavirus no wo tin ho popo ye ho fra me bova feature a 3255 Vodafone for afa doctor for nya nese fu agu ahoma so no pa no nwotwe ko se enwe no nwotwe wo me no bedi nkoma fo apom de ho na bibia akoyi ene ntini ese feature ne exciting why already there no beko DBS Industries a wo twa nchense papa ese mfanto Ghana fo anim se adwuma no tumpon me bia nyame mabo apesi obe na bonsam toto momone so ahu na bonwoma ya na pese bata brebo ho se be ya ye so kare brebo na nka abagu anum so mo boa nipa bi pese wo de DBS ntade na mbonten so na DBS fo ni aba bibia ni ade twa skama ya akwa franchise na ba wo boa DBS adwuma ni bia obeba ofie ba be check bibia no o ma na check ya tro DBS Industries Limited guso eno company na ne betimi yin tisa wa bra ye office ho o nkan afre number 0302817211 ana 0240844444 Kumase obefre 0506004141 ena takrade 0506004242 sunyane 0352196904 Adom Natural Capsules ene mana shase etobi che mema no sanse enkwan ye da eta no sabinom ene wa kai se onu kunu da na ahomati utwu mu na apemade na yo ze upeja otiayo ze usom so nyende enti Adom Natural Capsules what you say ukunu wa kontum no nyama ya toma no no pile gu ni sisim to obeba no na yese dade no dade bra be kana mi nkanti obi ke champo ma moadwo na Adom Lady Care Capsules so siesie ma papa enti oba we ba no okọ ubunza na chese ase watan bo ho enya asem ketwa Adom Lady Care Capsules na fa siesie ho Adom Pia Capsules de 2 hours na Adom Cocoa Capsules 2 cocoa ase won madam na Naket Kasiebo ebre Puma energy drink eno no ma hoden pa na Puma cranberry na ede Puma pineapple no fine Puma tropical Puma orange we nyina ye drinks a nyame ya Adom a 25 September mi amakwaji Puma ni bi me de kwasebo amanfo me na yi ase wasante mampon etu no Puma ni bi da wo de hia me na yi na me ma Puma drinks ni bi anom eno anam de kwa ma yi no wo de yi ni munyam bam kama aponto bibia yento Kasiebo no so na yenko yanim abednego atomu ne de na ne yekọ Ghana mampani na dan kwa kufuado ene dei atemuafo makomaku dunsia eno de afana hye omonsem atworo konkon ka ho waso ayi yade so obedi nokre emranim na wahwe so obedi atentere ne be ya adwuma na saa atemuafo dunsia wonum nyina ekọ high court ahodo wa mamu ebi ni her honor Eva Bannerman Williams, His Honor Emmanuel Batplanch Brew. I judge for so no mudinu baby om free. Akasi enko a. His Honor ya owa hene champon. His Honor Samuel Abuachi Adom. His Honor Abdul Yusuf Asibe. Mrs. Elfrida Ami Denchi. Ana Ami Denchi. Ora Samuel Faraday Johnson. Miss Sheila Minta. Afei her Honor Audrey Kokuvi Te Nana Yao Jemfi Frimpon enso ye His Honor nibia ena Ora Ernest Yawo Gawu senidi no mantru ni yedia minim se no anu Gawu eno anu no na Ora Solomon Opontwumasi so eka ho bi ena Ora Charles Bentum ze nipa no trust story o try so na bre jedu ba bi na fe do tro mu din ni sa Ora Joseph Eduwusu Ajima no so His Honor nibi ena Ora Emmanuel William Osei Kufo ena Mr. Douglas Sedu Omapani Akufo-Addo de atwatemmufo yim so monka no kro no anka no kra ubu koto kwase anya nyame hwe otro enna otoso nso na de no antua so a akire beni apemire ne dan oka yenti Omapani afutuo no.
Let me use this occasion to repeat that the dispensation of justice requires an application of the laws of the land must occur in the hallowed words of the judicial oath that you have just taken, without fear or favor, affection or ill will. That is, without recourse to the political, religious, or ethnic affiliations of any person before you. When a citizen falls foul of the law, that citizen, high or low, must be dealt with accordingly, and the law enforcement agencies, including you, our new judges, must ensure this is done. That is the true meaning of the concept of equality before the law. Indeed, to assist you on this path, the government has, since my assumption of office, introduced a number of policy measures to help bridge the technological gap. We know that harnessing the power of technology to advance the rule of law is critical in the modern era if we are to maintain the confidence of the Ghanaian people and shore up our nation's reputation as a country governed in accordance with the rule of law. That is why last year I launched the e-justice system, which is designed to leverage technology in the delivery of justice. I encourage all of you to take full advantage of the e-justice system, expedite the conduct of cases that come before you, and in the management of the court.
Ghana wampena na dan Akufo-Addo nyase kotu de handkerchief hye ne sabonkum no enchem hododom ho no kakra na saa de ne oka ne sisi so agyae wo mie na no kra brofo no anso we ne wewe ozahia emranimfo kra de a obeso chem say yeah he knows the law na unim se Omapani nsama odi tu dwae enyina mu no wie no se nipa bebre ho omada okrom ha o omunim adwuma wo ye na ya na ne ya so hu na odi enso to no ante ade chi so ahunu fom wo se nei wonnam eye district assembly common fund so administrator no ama eye court dan makomako aduokono nwotwe 98 ene onmo esie a wenso nyese wo si court dan na si ho ama sabe jeje ababe hai obi dan ama we wiakire ne yadi dwato akofa no so wo si esi bongro e de aka ho ama ajejefo no enti sa adwuma no enche beba wiye.
Government has also taken note of the inadequate number of courts in various parts of the country, resulting in citizens traversing long distance in order to gain access to our courts. For example, there's no court between Ajambing and Amasaman in the Greater Accra region. Neither is there a court between Adom in Kumasi and Santibakwai or Obuasi in the Ashanti region. Indeed, it has been barely 9 months since I commissioned the 3-story court complex at Fraha in Adenta, Accra, and I'm reliably informed that there are already some 3,000 cases pending there. That is why government, through the administrator of the District Assembly Common Fund, is constructing 98 courts and bungalows for judges in all 16 regions of the country.
Eti Ghana wampani na dan Akufo-Addo ena wote ne nkana Kasiebo nti unkwa utie ne sana eyofe a wonhye mu bi hwe bi no he ona Eva Bannerman Williams a wono wogina atemuafo ni nyina anamu na woda wampani ase ehye ne bose hwe enya afi no mbegye mponche ni nwan ana se begye adamudie no ne ade akodi chema waso dem na dabi no kura no babi adabia mbehwe ediato pepepe.
Respectfully, on behalf of my colleagues, the newly appointed justices of the High Court, I wish firstly to express our profound gratitude to the Almighty God for His grace and mercies which have brought us this far. I now wish to express our heartfelt gratitude to His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Naket Kasiebo, for this opportunity to be of service to our great nation, Ghana. We wish to assure you, Mr. President, that we would at all times work diligently so as to merit the confidence reposed in us.
Wey ene ensemo a yema me Bannerman ugina ninu anmatemuafo a wanya kwanya kosomo High Court mu wonu manim editu dwa da mampani ase ehye bose wode nokre ebesom ne man Ghana
na adesia wonum ete ban kawkudi ene asenkafo wo womo ede to empani anim se traffic lights won patam wono won mesiesie ma won animu ya efrise anhwe ye betumi ama brichie abomen won chese bense bosume ne hwehani na traffic lights won patam wono enya adwuma empani twam ekoba da bia nso ase won hunu se traffic lights wo no enya adwuma se bia na amanfo mtete wo pese won etwa ka kwan no mu a ene esese won mutimi ye hwe yie papa nya sa na se bia won so kra we ye shenkani ne se won so wan hwe yi a ene ubebo nipa kuno amewie kira wakonya abayamane eno ene odi to dwa se eya den e wo shenkamu ene won e wo twa kwan num asem papa nti empani mbra no meti wani hwe ensese traffic light nyina sebe ya dachi yemfa yensa enkobo yeyem
akra ne se aka aba ne se no na ka police for abeye very available abegina ha hwe ma traffic light twem na koma dalati e na ka traffic light ro aye ma pepe o police are stop na we are akọ police ma police end me ma that traffic light. Nothing is going on.
You see, I say, Perifon Beshe, now Musis, I say, the Achemum, Achepa, my cross husband. And they all a clotter, so the same thing. And just said, Perifon to try on Beshamine. As he drive a calculator roundabout, I like a clotter roundabout and a tablet in the wall. Until Anna and Perifon to intro on Beshamine, no matter of no, yeah, bread.
So do one message, that's a one answer. Go back to me, so about, make sure I have a found Quandia. Over could be over here, or over my road speed. So, answer what you because light maybe on a doom maybe it's on a fault. Into one of them and a Jew speed, no, we are there with you.
Traffic light has been stopped for almost 1 month now, and like there's nothing that has been done about this traffic light. Even 1 week now, 2 accidents happened. This Monday, accidents happened. The police people were here, nothing has still been done yet. And the traffic lights over there, mobile. Since we were kids, the traffic light has been spoke. Like, it's like people don't, or the police people don't care about us anymore.
I would see ye asenka for and afei woman so a chaka kwam ewa kawkudi
yemfa na se emma sasem hebafo bema unyini ekwo anim no no ahoden so te se de adua nyina ne po bem no sa ahoden a unya omna ntibrem didi mensem no open biemu a freshman capsules na be se adwuma no me pacho fresh cold capsules enso tu cocoa asepa na fresh lady capsules so boa ma Emma one mo sisi omo so eche den nyasem ketwa afei a Trice Roofing Company Limited womo ena akwakwa franchise papa kala supreme plus one aba ene circular wave styles IDT IBR ne transparent fiber sheet ni nyina ayo mo chance ni bia ene Trice force en kan kiro se wono akwakwa bie won krabata foforo kra wo kumase ahenema kokoben etunya duru kumase sei na obi sabe bia yazefo no mo office kese no wo na obowura hope wo se ehwa ena Trice fo no nche hwa no factory foforo no wo enkran so ma 11 cemetery hwe ni mo pacho frɛ wo mo 0302 850802 Kumasi sobe fre 0322 498177 Grace Mopate Clinic e wakachi abola stop akachi abola stop ayeka ho asemi yade enko an ye hwe no ho ye de homeopathy na ye adwuma no enwodwo anase siche yade awo na opodom na abuo oni o se manyare mpo ansa no aba oti ase network ne ye rough pa ntimo mo Facebook mo fa nche eden a e beto streaming ne so de amamo se de ese fata Hisense everyday prices for everyday people. Hisense for ewo TV papa ho, omo fridge papa, ena omo blender papa, omo air condition papa, home appliances ne de. Me pato men ko ba bia me nkobu. Koto papa aye UK and US standard and ebo so from Hisense. Eno enti ene from say everyday prices for everyday people. One madam men chebra so afi yafia ni chira santima ntem kofa crossover. Kucha denchambo na ya kradui wonansama wode ba wo se ene nananom hemfu bi asma mo kan say si amo mo kan apa obi a me campaign kura na nka pese wonu magina so e di ato aba na eku wada ma so mu enene anofoma nka ba de wada ma so mu enene anofoma nka ba de wada
ya sebo na say enwa na de achase nom na ukopie mu ewa amanse dia me no kasai enkrotu amakomako beye enum anomubu afuo wo mo se mo kan ina ne say adada o ma che efisesi ano ba bia kwakoduo no ye ba beto aba so man kasa pa dia ne be fo mutiri ho asa
say you need right ya kwan so kranye ya school no just ya say ka ban besi ma ye ya say anya ya for so ya din table kra na atita ho and teacher ni kwatira de na table dan no otimu de na chese enye aban wo modin no maboa ye na right no ana fensu ye school no ya kwan no so wo modin no mfa maboa ye
kuro say ya to aba na ye omampani wo man mu ma na ye de empuntu de aboya say Johnson sabi aba akokọ na empani say samre dono afro gare yati ya no me se afi atwa mu no me tira afi binu ni du wa twiri mu ana o mo be se yembo se o ma ba be susu kroi enti yanka ne ye ho no man enam kwa so eba ka be bu so miasa na afi akwa wieye afi binu ni aduo no kania no ensi ha yankwala akra no se dura numre na teacher ni be o mo ho mu aka meti ya me information center wa ha se me so me janitor no nwatwe ana information center no ye pon na enkwala ne do mo books aba be google light na se e wo fom ho na wo mo twiro se ebra so se information center wura no opon a na enkwala nti e wasa kania nsi so Jonathan so na ya den petrol ni yato ya bia e ha ye pa wo kro ni
wey ayen sama manfo wa amanse south enkrotu abaye enum ana me de sa se we de tuja no mu yeye no ana na na se wo be kasa pa bi se be bia kwakodu no wono akwakwa ya panyin we de kro na no se wan kasa pa de na se how ekese na ba entedi so de nsama wudo pi tuja ana ese na na kasa
o ma be di hwamo enkania ye tu wana mo tu na dia me kan se light party ye nya bidia me ne me mpasua enum no a aka ne nyina ya kan ho abom mpasua na ya daja abri se krom nya me kire adwuma ko nya mpedika ene ya kan ho abom enti so ma ma ye nkania de a o mo hwe no obi amfa na ya me si krom ha enti mo kama na abo nte ni na me ka kire no se so ama no light de a efi na kwai mi ya abato wo krom ha
aha eti yana kwam le je na de kra tin dia ma se injafo yama modia se bebom tontontonton ma amampanyina te no obomodia be ne mpotem ho no baba be yom nka ne ama mo fisi adado ma chenya sapa dia fi die so inshira you know say kan kase anu asugu so awutie no asantementam crossover nana awuku denchembo enemedi asantementam crossover nana
tem ena yetwa akwaba no ene ye kasa die trotro fonso aye krado papa dam titobia wono so edim trotro num sese wo mani kire hin so mu free na ekohin yenkoi na ye ne wo mo so enkoji nkomanyu agenhire dam te
already a frustrated. You're funny, a good day. I can't for you. I believe anyone. Only can don't the video. I see the man, you're it. Me, brother, as a you. Like I said, I mean, I go my number 2 phone. I can't know. You're a yeah, that's my idea. Yeah, another omu okada to no a good idea because Okada na to about again your debt warrant for better Yamamu. Because you come out to try, you can't father to chum and any different woman. There will cause it in the Kashawa. Also, some woman, you said another cat to be the banner, then or bit from Olu. Now they are Odia for 2 and no for this session. I don't mean a good idea. Now, you guys Okada or Ghana, I think so 1 hour, that's what they have. No, the president, accident crack also. And then I am OCV, fight. A brofo up here to Yama. Yeah, it is my phone, take my boy. President, former president can't want some pay. No, you run or 21. You also turning the 2%, the 98%. Yeah, Kashay, you got the blow out your car. What about this here? 3.5 billion or household. No one can be a bay. A different no one can. Now, Bob, what you can work, why be a bay? What's your 98%? And more mind. Don't be blow out, yeah. In fact, it's your mom, some why and for you, my. Now, did not done yet 20 Bob a remedy. Young man,
Damn tene trotro for and so and a do my drink raban and ye yanka yan and ye voice of the day and ne yanshed ye de ebejeje ye
Atunia bam Sadi bilia Tari Oh Kimirika Akini Musandara Nari Kumukuro Badi Musindi Bamundagara Nani Mukoria can do good in somebody between the Yaka Nani Kumoriki Basidi Tari Bago Barakoria Barakundu Kimba Santa Bamuri Nani Kimukuniasi Singula Barimu Abukin Sindia Mamari Babudi Sakumrika Abubudi Samurukundi Abubundi
I we also kasapa na Bishop Daniel Obinim ni mokafe ni ayentem frame na ba ko no ka ho na mintimi hunu so ono ka ho amensa so ono yo bofo na ni mokafe ni ayentem frame na ba ko na ka ho no
huhu asem de nyade ye fancy na damte tobia ni nana maye nana se abrewa anope ohodum na abrewa de 20 Ghana bae oso abompa ya makoda na pa ya bisma ko wusu nenso wanyi bibia so a no anya de enti damte de ne nana sika ne bae se ne nana nheda nyini ni enti anka ma ne nana ntia anrana obumu aba enti se ndi ho mu no kra na maka me me wu ana no kra na kumi na Mrs. Obe Nyankopon Shirao ene makosa afro shop for free ye man sister Adom 2 omso jeje empeso aka kra keka bo mu no omso eron de ba ese Bismarck efam one ene enwumre yanka Bismarck asem na yempese ebeti se yede na asem etutu aso meka se adokotafo no eguso ejina ne so a scans omo ye ne x-rays omo twaye ena afi test ahodo omo ye no afi ena omo assess ni nyina nti nyame adoma ochina situation se de tie bia ye sore ya ye sakoho na yakwakohwe no se de na ho keka no esi etie yebetwa se na nina na ahono akata no ene de ateka kranti upie ho a ohun upie ho a ohun ache se ubisa na samsu timi bi na no ekasa kaka jese unse nanim no hone ama na fun yedu nto kasa emma kese
we man mani age me hone funi no
na oyare ohwe umkutwa esu ni wie na doctor fo no pija ade ne de ehwe ewe ndi omhu ye no se oyare nti yegusu aye boa no na ye de mpabo so ta nachi yesere mo ye mre mwa no nti mwa ne bi wo hono mo a na wakoso a ede aba na setie bia no ye betofom e wona yaresa ho bia no ye ebeto mu anim ye nyina wesu ne mfa Kasiebo ni nyina nsi abenego asante asiedu kwa mekule no akuba se wa prempe akuaka so a Adom Kasiebo demfo nyina esi wo hene nankasa semfo pani wo ha kosi agiman nso so e wo ha na James Taji ko so ene Facebook na gye nsem agigi akogi esu brani fin pa be bi no akogi YouTube ni gina so Barry ya sir okay Nana say ampo for Jemine.
Achiabo tentim Nana Ekia Echampoma Safodu Nana ye sorry Adwa fene ye wo bronze or cinema.
Adwa fene
I was saying Nima me antiesi Kofodu Efidase and nay in the birthday antiesi oba Adwa fene ye bronze. Was seeing in I come country or say or that's it.
Okay. And there's this 80-year-old man. Ewo Bremen. See the full name near Bremen Ebusuan Penny, Uncle Tiwa. Or so, now what that air Cosia, no, I don't know what it was. Young years happy birthdays, I could see Cosia than bedroom. Into Uncle Tiwa, Ewo, a year, Bremen. Nanako san a message we a bray. Young fancy. Now, sports for no, Eddie Yaka, Baba Betuas, Yami Adma, China,